Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing good. So today we are beginning our new chapter, that is reproduction, the generating system. So till our previous sessions, the whole of the 10th class textbook, as I have told you, we would be dealing with all the life processes. Okay, so life processes such as nutrition, transportation, respiration, circulation, and also we have read what is control and coordination. So these were the life processes which we have come across. So the very important life process which we are discussing today is reproduction. So every life process in human beings is very vital for the continuity and to maintain life. So reproduction is also one such life process which is very important, like other life processes, to maintain the continuity of race. Now what do you mean by the word continuity of race? Okay, so we reproduce, yes or no? What do you mean by reproduction? All animals have the ability to give rise to new offsprings, yes or no? We take in food, we get nutrition. Okay, we have seen that transportation is occurring in our body through the process of blood. Okay, we have also seen that the nervous system is helping in controlling and coordinating. So one such life process which will maintain the continuity of species is nothing but reproduction. So how can you define reproduction? Reproduction is a process or the production of new organisms from the existing organisms of same species, and it is called as reproduction. For example, if you take a dog, so dog will give rise to only a dog. It cannot give rise to a cat or kitten, yes or no children? So dog is one species, it can give rise to only its species. So the reproduction in which we can produce biologically and genetically similar offsprings, biologically and genetically similar offsprings of the same species is called as reproduction. So what do you mean by genetically and biologically similar? Genetically is nothing but, now if a human being is giving rise to a child, okay, a baby, so what do you think? He will inherit the genetics or the genes of their parents, yes or no? You resemble your parents. So reproduction involves the genetical thing as well as the biological aspect of living organisms. So it is very important that each and every organism on this earth undergoes this process of reproduction to maintain the continuity of species. So what would happen if reproduction would not be there? Okay, if animals do not reproduce, if human beings do not reproduce, or else if plants do not reproduce, so there would be one day where there would be no species or any biotic factor present on earth. So it is very vital that each and every living organism undergoes the process of reproduction. So it is very important that you remember it is the production of new organisms from the existing organisms. As I have told you, a dog can give rise to only a dog because of the same species. It cannot give rise to a cat or kitten. So it can only give rise to the same species, okay, and between them you find the genetic similarities. Always the offspring or the newborn will always resemble the parent. So please write down the definition and write down that they are biologically and genetically similar to the parent organism. And one important thing which you need to remember is the continuity of race on earth. If reproduction is not there, you see that there will not be proper continuity. If reproduction is not occurring, there will be an end to the continuity of race or species on earth. What will happen if this dog is not reproducing anymore? It is not giving rise to any offspring. What would happen? There would not be production of any dogs, and there would be a day where you cannot find even a single dog on this earth. So reproduction, including all the other vital life process, it is very important. Now, we see that there will be many biotic components on earth, yes or no? Biotic species. For example, we have plants, we have animals. So all these plants, animals, including the microorganisms, undergo reproduction. It is not just that only plants and animals undergo, even the biotic component which are naked to our eye, which cannot be seen through our eye, are microorganisms which undergo, even they undergo the process of reproduction. Now for example, if you take paramecium. Okay, so paramecium is a microorganism. It is a single-celled microorganism. So when you see that under favorable conditions, this paramecium will undergo splitting and it will reproduce. But under unfavorable conditions, you see that the paramecium will exchange the genetic material. For example, if this is the plant paramecium body, normally it will undergo splitting and two daughter cells will be formed, two new offsprings will be formed. This is under favorable conditions. But under unfavorable conditions, what will happen? But under unfavorable conditions, you see that if this is the paramecium body and if this is the genetic material, they will form a small tube-like structure through which the genetic material will be splitting through conjugation. That is, the paramecium will split into two and also they will exchange the genetic material, and this process is called as conjugation. So one single organism is reproducing in two ways. That is, first thing, it is splitting into two, that is, it is splitting and it is forming two new offsprings. And one more way of reproduction by paramecium, we are seeing that under unfavorable conditions, the genetic material inside the body of paramecium is being given to the new offsprings, and that process is called as conjugation. So depending on the favorable conditions, depending on the climate, few microorganisms will show different types of modes of reproduction. Are you clear? So even a single organism, depending on the climate, temperature, humidity, they will reproduce and they may show variations. Okay children, so this is how we got to know that the reproduction process, how it will occur and what is the introduction to reproduction. So we have seen that it is not only plants, animals, even the microorganisms undergo reproduction. Okay, now let us move forward and know more about reproduction. Okay, so we have seen that depending on the situation, a single microorganism can undergo or show different modes of reproductions. Okay children, so we have taken an example of one form of microorganism and we have seen depending on the situation it is undergoing the process of reproduction. Now the time required for reproduction also is a very important point to be noted. Now, the time required for a microorganism to reproduce may be less when compared to that of human beings. Human beings may take some time more than the microorganisms to reproduce. So, the time required for each and every organism on this earth, okay, may differ from one another. That is, now, if paramecium is undergoing reproduction, it is showing reproduction for 15 minutes. It cannot be seen in human beings. A human being cannot give rise to an offspring within 15 minutes, but it will take a lot of time, that is 9 months, to give a newborn baby. So, the time required for each and every biotic component to reproduce will differ from one another. So, this is a very important point to be noted. So, for this, let us do a small activity and understand how does this occur. Now for example, we know that there will be curd formed in milk. So in one jar we are taking cold milk, in the other jar we are taking lukewarm or hot milk. Okay, so we are taking cold milk in one jar and we are taking lukewarm milk in the other jar. And you know that when we add curd to milk, it will form, if we add even 1 spoon of curd into milk, you know that it will form into the whole curd. So you see that your mother will add even 1 spoon of curd. Okay, so we are taking nearly 1 spoon of curd into 30 teaspoons of cold milk, Again same 1 spoon of curd into 30 teaspoons of lukewarm milk. Then we are covering these two with lids and we are leaving it overnight. So what do we find and what do we observe in the next day? What will happen in the next day? You see that the lukewarm milk, inside lukewarm milk, the process of curdling will be more, the process of formation of the bacterium will be more. You see that the lactobacillus, you have come across this word in your lower classes. So the lactobacillus is a very important bacterium which is helping or which is responsible for the curdling of milk. So you see that when you add 1 teaspoon of curd into lukewarm milk as well as cold milk, you see that here in lukewarm milk the bacterium will start reproducing more due to the temperature. Okay, so here the temperature will be little bit more when compared to cold milk. So the lactobacillus bacterium which is present inside this cold milk will rapidly reproduce and turn the whole milk into curd. But when you compare it to that of cold milk, the process of curdling, that is to make the whole curd, it will take some process. So from this what do we understand? The time required, same lactobacillus is undergoing curdling here, same bacterium is undergoing curdling here, but this milk is turning totally into curd than this milk. Yes or no children? We have seen that first this will turn whole into curd when compared to this. Why? Because the temperature is more and the time duration for the reproduction of bacterium, that is lactobacillus bacterium, is also occurring very rapidly due to the temperature conditions. So due to these temperature conditions and the time is also required, you see that different organisms have different time periods and time durations for the process of reproduction to occur. So from this activity it is very clear. So one point to be noted is that the time required is very important and the temperature, mainly in case of microorganisms. So when you see in microorganisms, the time will play a very important role as well as the temperature conditions. Okay, now if the temperature is more, the bacterium is undergoing rapid reproduction and it is turning the whole milk into curd. What will happen if the temperature is very less? You see that in cold rainy days and winter days, whenever you add curd to milk, it will not form into next day into whole curd. Why? Because the temperatures are very low. It is not favorable for that lactobacterium or the lactobacillus bacterium to form into curd. So one important thing is time required from each and every organism for reproduction will differ, as well as the time period